Hello everyone, Rurikhan here with the Wildcards, bringing you another League of Legends video, and today we're going to be following up with some Garen action. A lot of you have actually been saying, and I believe I've had a couple of comments where people actually were saying, hey Rurikhan, why don't you try out Garen, because he's kind of like an arms warrior. And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? In case you guys are wondering why my name is Rurikhan, that basically means that this is actually in the European servers, where someone already stole my nickname, so whoever is playing in Europe with my nickname, I hope you die. No, I'm actually just kidding. Anyways, we start right up and I'm like just hiding in the bush like a rapist, and immediately I almost nabbed that Ashe, but not quite, doing a little bit of a premature ignite in there, but she was pretty close to dying, and I was like, I'm gonna get one of those crazy ass clutch kills, but no, didn't really happen, didn't really turn out that way. So I basically ended up going back into the brush and polishing on my sword like a boss. You see, look at Garen just staying there polishing his sword. My lane partner for the most was this Vigor. He was actually pretty decent. And here another attempt at getting that Master Yi. Come in here, Master Yi, I got something for you. But nope, he's going to get away once again. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm staying here, kind of being a threat to them, to zone them. In case you guys are not familiar with that, basically it means you keep them as far away as possible from your minions so that they cannot get XP at all. But unfortunately my health was going down rather rapidly, which basically forced me back into retreat. And as you can see, we have a pretty average lane in here. I mean, Ashe plus Master Yi versus Vigor plus Garen. The thing is, they don't really have a tanky character, and I tend to build Garen as tankish as possible. Once again, Master Yi comes up in here, I slice his face off, but then I pursue Ashe to make sure she doesn't get my Vigor, kind of being a little bit of a threat there as I valiantly retreat to my tower. Doing a couple of last hits there, even though I generally do not do a lot of last hitting with Garen, but I guess that's just the way it goes. Vigor also harassing, and I'm just basically looking for a good position there in the brush, but no dice, because they're actually being really careful now that I've kind of threatened them a couple of times, even though I didn't really get the kills. But oh well, basically gonna hide out in the bush once again like a boss, just stay there. And going up for a little bit of a action scene there, but no, not really. Basically there's a lot of back and forth in the laning phase, and as you guys are aware, there is no real proper replay feature in League of Legends, so I am using the unofficial replay thing, so it is kind of hard for me to predict what is actually going to happen. But there we go, once again, just a little slices out of Yi, just to make sure that he doesn't push the lane too much, doesn't get too ballsy that we can't contain him. But as always, playing it really safe. This is something, I mean, the beginning of the game is actually one of the parts that I think is the most boring, because I mean, you're just playing it so safe, and I do not enjoy playing safe at all. I just like diving in like a kamikaze bastard. I guess that's why I kind of like Garen, because you can build him kind of tankish. And I do believe that I am going to make a little offensive here in a couple of seconds. I wonder if anything comes out of it. There we go. Running in there, smacking the crap out of that Master Yi, but the Vigor didn't quite land the stun. If he had landed the stun, it would have been pretty sweet, but no dice. So once again, pushing back and forth. That Ashe is going to try to get my Vigor. I'm going to go ahead and slice her up just a little bit to make sure that she doesn't go anywhere. And the Yi taking a big chance there. I am going to ignite him, but he is going to get away with a heal. I should have kind of pursued there, but then again, Garen is highly limited by his cooldowns, which means I didn't have really anything offensive that I could have done to him. Once again, hiding in the bush like a little rapist, just getting ready to deliver some poon sauce. My teammates are having a huge discussion. By the way, the Tryndamere that was playing on my team was like actually being a real asshole. So if you guys start reading the chat and noticing that the guy's being a real asshole, yes, he was. Most of the game, he was a real asshole. Anyways, here we go. Mr. Yi taking a little bit of a chance there, but he is just so fast that I kind of like, I want to get him, but I'm not sure if I will. So I was just kind of there, just sitting there, polishing my sword like a boss. Vigor is trying to bait them a little bit, as you can see, because he's got very little health, and he's still just staying there, highly exposed. But again, they're taking no offensive action because they kind of figure out that I'm just waiting there in the bush to rape their faces. I mean, most of the time you play with Garen, you're probably going to be hiding in a bush just waiting to rape someone's face off. It's just the kind of way that he rolls. It's at least it is for me. And here I am flashing into Master Yi, kind of giving him a little bit of a surprise attack, but he does get away, and I'm like, oh, god damn it. So lucky. You guys saw how much health that guy had when he got away? Jesus Christ. It's not even funny. Meanwhile, our Ashe is down there battling Shogath. We have Nunu and Tryndamere on the bottom here. And once again, Garen hiding in the bush like a rapist, just looking at the enemy just like, come on guys, you can do this, it's easy. She missed me with the volley, but I still charged in, sliced a couple of little inches off her, you know, just a little off the top, but didn't really get to her, unfortunately. So we are pushing here. I mean, since they aren't coming back anyways, might as well try to go ahead and go for the tower, since Master Yi's kind of away. I don't know exactly what he's doing. Oh, there he is. And as you can see, even though I didn't kill Master Yi, he's now one level behind, which might not sound too big, but it's actually kind of a big deal. Then again, he just picked up back onto us. But what this means is basically I'll have my ultimate before he has his. And then he charged his Vigor, and no good. Basically, he charged in, he was way too greedy, and I was just kind of waiting for him to make a mistake there, which is really sweet. Got a first blood. And I always enjoy getting the first blood. I mean, who doesn't enjoy getting first blood, let's be honest. And if you guys notice that I'm sitting around a lot and not even attacking minions, that's also because, for those of you that never played Garen, Garen's passive, basically what it does is it regenerates his health quite fast. And here I'm just going to decide I'm going to dive in, I'm going to yell Demacia, and she's going to get away and I'm going to die. Which was pathetic. Completely pathetic. Seriously. So basically, I got the first blood and then I gave them their first kill. And as you can see, Master Yi running after my Vigor there. Vigor running back and forth. Nothing really that huge. So let's go right back onto the lane. Vigor almost died. In the meantime, here I am coming back to my lane. And I am going to try to get a little surprise on this Master Yi. Basically coming down from the brush. Because, I mean, Garen's just like that. And boosting up that Q, I instantly flamed him to prevent him from healing or anything, but I failed miserably. Then again, Master Yi is just so fast that it just makes it so hard. So then basically I retreated back to the tower. We're going to be doing a little bit more back and forth action in here. And now Vigor's going to go from the bottom, and I'm just kind of hanging in there seeing what he's going for. He goes for a stun on the Ashe. I press my Q basically, but she flashes out of it. In the meantime, Master Yi jumps onto me, but Ashe does stun me, which makes this a really hard one, but execute on Master Yi like a boss, laying down the law, that huge Demacian sword all over his face. And then Ashe obviously comes in trying to get a quick snipe on me, but I'm not going to let that happen. So basically, hiding in the brush once again, getting my regen up. In the meantime, level to level 7, which is pretty sweet. We're staying one level ahead of the guys we're laning up against, which is always good. So just hanging back here in the brush. Basically, like I told you guys, there's a lot of times that you're playing as Garen, and you're just sitting there, not really doing much. Just sitting in the bush, just waiting for something to happen. Moving up the bush, because I mean the creep wave is pushing forward. And now Master Yi chasing down my Vigor, and I'm like, can't let that happen. Slicing up Master Yi, and still flashing into the Master Yi, still kills my Vigor, but I got him. Because basically, here's the thing, I was going to spin back, because I thought he was going to run away, but he kind of just went straight for my Vigor. So then I kind of flashed back onto him to try and catch him on time, but I didn't get him on time. So I even apologized, like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought the guy was running, whatever. Meantime, Ashe is missing, so basically I'm just sitting up here, just farming up like a boss, not really doing all that much. Just last hitting and pushing the lane a little bit as well. And again, just sitting at the bush, waiting to see if someone comes up, if someone wants a piece of this Garen. Ashe did land a volley on me, so she kind of knows that I'm in the bush, but I have no real reason to reveal my presence yet anyway, so she missed that last volley though, so now she might believe that I'm not there anymore. So basically I'm letting the Vigor do all the work, and once Ashe crosses that line, I'm basically going to slice up. I was going for Ashe, but I mean, Yi just kind of showed up in my face, so I basically just smacked his face off, and Vigor got the last kill. And now I'm just looking at that Ashe, and I'm looking at my ultimate, and I'm like, dude, I could totally take her on with just one slice of my ultimate. But it's just that Ashe is so friggin' fast, and she has those frost arrows, which is annoying, because basically she slows me down. But then again, I notice here that Vigor is going in for a dive, and I'm like, okay, if you're going for a dive, I'm going for a dive as well. So basically, I yell Demacia, but Vigor kills her. So it was just like a Demacia, and she dies. But not by me. But still, felt pretty good. So anyways, both Yi and Ashe dead. I'm basically going to go ahead and punch this tower here for a little while. I also find something really amusing about Garen, which is the fact that even though he has a huge-ass sword, he still has an animation where he punches the tower or punches stuff. I mean, it's like, look at my sword is amazing, and now I'm going to punch you with my fists like a boss. Anyways, once again, back in the brush. You guys know how Garen works, basically just hide in there. Master Yi's gonna come in after me. I don't have a lot of health, so I kind of just slice my way out of there. But then again, Vigor comes up, stuns him, Master Yi running away, and I don't have my flash. If I had my flash, I would have flashed in and ultimate, but he tried getting my Vigor, who obviously shot his face off, and then I ultied on Ashe for no friggin' reason. That was such a noobish move. But then again, I was going to die anyway, so I was like, oh, I might as well deliver my ulti on her before I die. And in the meantime, my Vigor just hanging the lane in there. In the meantime, what's happening in the other lanes? Well, Ashe is having a showdown with Cho'Gath, and these guys in the bottom, Nunu and Tryndamere, being really, really cocky, but they got the kill, which is really cool. So at this point, I thought, oh, I'm like going to come in here and I'm going to slice up this Cho'Gath like a friggin' Christmas ham. So basically, I was kind of buying Ashe a little time to give her a little farm and stuff like that, but didn't really get the kill on Cho'Gath because he's so friggin' tanky. Still, I got Cho'Gath to think a little about his life instead of just wanting to kill Ashe, but he's just going balls out again, the bastard. Anyways, I'm coming up in here and I notice that Ashe is in this bush or close by, so I'm just like, I'm gonna slice you up, Ashe. Good night. But she flashes out and I flash in after her and I just notice I don't have my ulti. God damn it. So I'm just like chasing her, and I do believe that she is going to get away, which I was like, oh, come on, speed up, speed up. But I still only have the normal boots because I like to get the Sunfire Cape as fast as possible because it's just such a good item. Problem is, if I had the level 3 boots, I probably would have gotten her, but oh well. In the meantime, our mid is just getting creamed by Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath just basically destroyed our mid, and I believe that their Tryndamere had a little bit of health there. Basically, here's me saying them luck more, because basically I've been having all these matches where people get away from me with like a millimeter of health, and it's just so revolting that I'm just like, I want to get in your face and just gotta rape that luck out of you. But anyways, here I am back again, just punching the tower, showing Master Yi that he's got nothing on me. Ashe tries to throw an arrow at me. Vigor stuns the Yi, but we didn't really get much use out of that, unfortunately, because I wasn't really expecting it. Now I'm hiding in the bush. No, actually, I think I'm going to go around, because I do believe Master Yi doesn't have a lot of health. So I'm probably going to go around and yell Demacia all over his face, but I do come across Tryndamere, which was a good thing I came this way, because that way at least Tryndamere didn't get to gank us. But Tryndamere sees me, and he's like, oh, hell no. I don't want none of that Garen sauce all over my face. And I'm like, yep. You better get the hell out of here, Tryndamere, because I'm about to smash that face wide open. So as you can see, something you probably noticed is I do not tend to buy potions when I play Garen, because mostly if you just like get out of combat for a little while, he just regenerates really, really cool. So you don't have to use potions most of the time. You can actually use that money on wards. It's just I don't like warding in public games. So here, slicing up the tower a little bit, Ashe comes in for a kill, But I do slice her up nice and tight, and Vigor stuns her, so it was pretty freaking sweet. In the meantime, this Master Yi is going to get greedy over here, so I am going to make sure I punish him with an ultimate straight to the face. That Demacian sword, Demacia! You cannot beat that Demacian sword all over your face, man. Garen is actually one of my favorite characters right now. This is actually the latest champion that I bought in the European version of League of Legends, because I did told you guys I've been playing in EU West as well as the US, so EU West, US, who gives a crap? So basically in here trying to give a little push down the middle. I mean, because Garen is just so good at pushing once you get that cloak, it's amazing. And basically I'm just going to run up and try to scare the Shogath away so that they can kind of take out the tower. But Vigor shows up, stuns me, Shogath throws me in the air, Vigor also does a meteor all over my face. In the meantime, Tryndamere runs in, and our Tryndamere didn't do the chicken. Their Tryndamere did the chicken. I'm running, Tryndamere turns back for some strange reason and gets his ass whooped. In the meantime, Master Yi's coming after me, and I'm like, no! Denied, and now I was the one getting lucky there. That was so friggin' lucky. And you see, this is just the type of attitude, and look at that. I was just like laughing my ass off on chat, and I'm like so cocky at that point that I was just like, I'm just gonna go ahead and recall right here. And basically Cho'Gath came in and said, "Nose, I'm gonna throw you up in the air and kill you." The range on that thing is ridiculous. Such a huge ass range on Cho'Gath's whatever thing that comes from the floor. But basically, lesson to be taken here: despite you just winning a really cool fight, never stay too close to your enemies because they can just take you out like that. In the meantime, our Ashe headshotting a Vigor in the face from home base like a boss. And I'm kind of respawning here, just kind of getting a couple of items and stuff, and getting ready to kick some ass. And yeah, basically just hanging out, not a whole lot happening at this point in the game. Let's fast forward here a little bit. Anyways, I get in there and I see that Yi is going for my tower, and I'm like, God damn it, Yi, get away from my tower. I'ma come after you, I'ma kill you. And as soon as I get close, Yi is like, I'm gone, dude, I'm getting the crap out of here. So basically I go through the bush, because I mean, Garen's passive should actually be just, if he stands on the same spot for long, like bush should start growing around him. That's because I mean Garen is just so good in the bush that it's not even funny. Basically I go and check up the bush just to see if he's there. Nobody's there, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and head for mid, since not a whole lot is happening right now. Kind of stay there in the bush, and then I just see an opportunity and I'm like, I'm gonna jump in like a boss, silence that Cho'Gath running away, and I'm like, no you don't, ulti on your face. And my team is there. Everything is basically really, really sweet at this particular point in the game because we got those kills off. And yeah, we're all like, you know, we're all like feeling good and like, yeah, we kind of got this in the bag. I mean, 17-9. I mean, what's going to happen at this point in the game? But the game still twists and turns around for a little bit. You guys will see. It's just so much fun. Anyways, we got to charge into the tower. We were just waiting for the minions. I yelled Demacia there for no reason. I think I thought the tower was attacking me or something, but whatever. Ashe is going to be running back, and I do believe this is the point where we're actually going to lose our Nunu. And I was just like looking down, and I'm like, well, there's not a whole lot we're going to be doing in here. In the meantime, Vigor takes out Ashe like a boss, and since there wasn't a whole lot that we were doing in there, I was like, I might as well go ahead and push. Then I saw Master Yi, but I was like, the whole team's there, it doesn't really matter. So basically coming up in here, you know, slicing crap up, pushing the lane a little bit. Then I start noticing that they're gathering up there in mid. As you can see, Tryndamere, Master Yi, Vigor, they're all just like kind of gathering up in there. But I noticed that my team is also kind of retreating, so I'm just like, okay, those guys are gathering up in mid, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna keep on pushing. However, this Nunu, for some reason, thinks that he's a friggin' boss, and he just goes up against oh, I thought that the enemy team was there. Oh well. Anyways, we got two Vigors, one Yi. We can't really see the health because I wasn't in this particular location. Nunu goes in, basically gets himself cornered, and our Vigor dies to Master Yi. In the meantime, Master Yi goes back, starts kicking his ass. I'm pushing bottom lane. I'm like, dude, why did you guys even engage there? Because, I mean, they didn't have proper visibility. They didn't have proper positioning, so I was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and slice up this tower like a friggin' boss. And Ashe, in the meantime, shows up, and I'm like, God damn it, screw you, Ashe. It's not fun at all. She missed me with the volley, so I'm basically like, should I head back? Should I not head back? And then I notice, oh, tower destroyed up there. Annoying. In the meantime, we have the Tryndamirs battling. These Tryndamirs were trash-talking each other the whole game. Wasn't even funny. So, Izoka is my Tryndamir. Oh my god, what the fuck? Venom is the other one. Just look at him go. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And basically, my Tryndamir survives, and the other one dies. And they start trash-talking each other, just like that. In the meantime, I'm watching that Cho'Gath is pushing the lane, so I'm like, hell no. I'm getting back up in that mid. And I'm like, Cho'Gath! Get in here, Cho'Gath! I start beating his face up, but then again, he gets the knocked up airborne thing and whatever, and I'm like, oh, rage. Rage, I want to kill that Cho'Gath. Doesn't really matter. In the meantime, our Tryndamir up there just farming up, making sure that we don't lose that tower. But Master Yi and Ashe come from bot. They start slicing up our tower in there as we're pushing mid. And I'm like, oh, that tower is going to go, but not a whole lot I can do. So basically I go B. I was going B, but they kind of attacked me, and I was like, oh, screw this. In the meantime, big Vigor duel up in here. Our Vigor goes down, and I'm like, oh, screw this, I'm bailing out. And Nunu's like, no, dude, I'm a boss. I'm a boss. I'm going to take this Cho'Gath. But then again, you shouldn't really do that. You really shouldn't. And then he's like, I'm going to ulti all over your face. And they're like, no, no white stuff. Thank you very much. No white stuff for us. And in the meantime, I go back to my upper tower, slicing up a storm in here. And Tryndamir's like, oh my god, noobs. He's just like, stop, feeders, oh my god, noobs, blah, 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 blah. He's like, oh my god. He's just like friggin' whatever. He's like Mr. Strategy over there. Despite the fact that he's not really saying anything. He's just like, oh, whatever, you guys should be doing this, you guys should be doing that. I know best because I'm the best Tryndamir in the whole friggin' world. So as you can see, drama coming up in here. Now the next item that I like to get after I get the 3 speed boots and Sunfire Cloak is I like to get the mallet, the Northern Mallet or whatever it's called, the Frozen Mallet, yeah. Because it slows them down so that I can keep on judging them like a boss. And it also increases my health a lot, which then basically you get 2 items that increase your health, which would be the Sunfire Cape and the Mace. Mace also increases your damage, so helps you make more damage. And after that, basically I get Atma's Impaler. Now here I see Yi taking up my tower, and I'm like, hell no, Yi. But Yi takes it out anyways and just starts running like a boss, and I'm like, no! Die! Apparently, Tryndamir was also there. I don't remember this particular section of the game. Doesn't really matter. So we're getting ready to basically do push. Here's the thing, though. We are losing in towers by 1 tower, but we're winning in kills by 7 kills. So I'm basically having a really good game at this particular point, and I'm like, yep, whatever. I'm a boss. I'm just going to run around like Garen and just kick some ass. So I'm running to that tower. As you can see, you'll see me several times throughout the game using Q to move faster. Right here I didn't because the tower wasn't really in a huge danger of dying. But yeah, basically at this point what happens is that we are kind of being forced to defend on all fronts because they're pushing all lanes, and I'm just like, oh my god, moving back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So in here, charging up Cho'Gath, spinning up a little bit, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to land a kill. But then again, their whole team shows up, and here's a little bit of a team fight for you. And I'm like, Demacia! And then I go away. I mean, it's just that thing that you get every now and then, that you just have to yell Demacia like a boss, and then you run away. Anyways, at this point in time, I'm like, okay, no point in pushing mid because they're defending it too heavily, and our Tryndamir is stuck doing God knows what because he's an idiot. So I was like, well, we don't have the whole team there, and basically at this point I even said, okay, dude, if you want to call anyone a noob by the developer strategy, shut the fuck up. And this advice goes to everyone that plays League of Legends. Seriously, if you want to call someone a noob, tell them what the fuck they're doing wrong, or just shut up. And at this point, basically, we lost our Nunu, and Nunu disconnected. I'm not sure if it was Rage Quit, if he was DC'd, if he had to go, something. And then Tryndamir's like, yeah, he's a retard, he's like this and that and the other. Like I told you guys, my Tryndamir was pretty much an asshole during the whole game. So at this point, I'm like, I'm going to take this tower. And then he starts surrender spamming me, and I'm like, nope, I'm going to die, but I'm taking this tower. Boom! Right there near the end, still took out the tower. In the meantime, a couple of team fights in there. Basically, our Tryndamere being a boss, like, oh, I know best, I know best. Then Cho'Gath shows up and he's like, oh, maybe not, because I don't have my ulti anymore. In the meantime, our Vigor doing ridiculous damage on that Ashe. And takes her out, actually, which was pretty sweet. Then Vigor just kind of stunning people to make sure that he doesn't die. Yi running in after him like a boss, but Vigor is going to get away, saved by the tower. So Yi just decides, you know what, I'm going to farm up your whole goddamn creep wave, and then I show up and I'm like, hells no! Y'all better get the hell away from me because I'm going to rape the both of you. Almost got Yi with that ultimate. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to get him, but at least I was going to scare him away. So basically taking out that creep wave. In the meantime, Cho'Gath just having his way with this particular tower over here. And I'm like, no, goddammit, defend! But Cho'Gath just auto-attacking that tower like a friggin' boss. And I'm just trying to push this one. In the meantime, I notice, oh, there goes Ashe, there goes Tryndamere. Okay, that thing is pretty much settled. So I'm kind of thinking, which way should I go? And then I was just telling, oh yeah, I was also telling in chat for the other team to report my Tryndamere for being a goddamn douche. Because he was just being so friggin' annoying, and I was just trying to get him to shut the hell up, dude. Because I can't take it anymore. So, pushing lane here a little bit. In the meantime, a little bit of a team fight in the middle. I should actually probably have participated in the fight. In fact, I am. I'm going right up to that team fight as soon as the lane is pushed. But I do believe this particular team fight is not looking all that well because we are not in a really good position and we're missing our Nunu. So basically it's a 5v4. Still, I'm like, you know what, whatever. The Demacia, and here it goes. Meantime, I see that Ashe. Ashe goes down. So I'm going to be trying to silence that Vigor, but he did get away because we were in tower range at that particular point. So 5v4, we still got one of them down, so I was like, yep, winning streak. But then again, I got stunned, but I did silence their Master Yi, which prevented him from doing anything else. So I was like, yep, whatever. Now getting ready to pop back into the fight. Tower diving Master Yi. No! It was actually Vigor, sorry. I was going to tower dive that Vigor, but it wasn't happening because there was too many of their team in there, and I would probably have ended up dead. And as you can see, their Tryndamere doing quite a bit of damage, so I just go there and hit him once because I have the Frozen Mallet to make sure that he can't chase our Vigor. In the meantime, I kind of slowed down that Master Yi. Tryndamere came up from behind, killed him, killed the other Tryndamere, and now an Ashe arrow goes right by me, but she does not connect. So basically at this particular point in time, we still got 3 of them. We lost 2 of ours, so it was kind of a good engagement. And there you can see once again our Tryndamere being a complete asshole. He's like, sorry Trynd, I'm pro. Basically I'm going to come up here, slice up a couple of mobs, no big deal. Just be done with that. And our Tryndamere just keeps on surrender, surrender, surrender. And we're like, just shut the fuck up, dude. Just friggin' play the game already. So, as you can see, a little bit of fast food Cho'Gath in there. The guy was just like standing down. I'm like, ah, whatever, gonna slice you up and kill your ass. And in the meantime, we are pushing mid once again. As you can see, Tryndamere is up top because our Tryndamere was so friggin' good that he was barely in any team fights whatsoever. And you'll notice that by the ridiculous amount of assists I get at the end of the game. And anyways, pushing up a little bit here. Not a whole lot that Garen can do to push up apart from diving. So I'm just like going back and forth, making sure that my little squishies here are protected, that they're not left alone and unattended, being a tank for the team, as obvious. And now you might be wondering, why are you getting that crit cloak? That crit cloak is because obviously I want to make more damage, so I am going to make Atlas Impaler, since I have so much health with Garen at this point. I mean, I got... Whoa, 3333. I got 3,333 hit points, so it's pretty sweet to get an Atlas Impaler at that point. So once again, coming up, making sure that Master Yi does not take my towers. In the meantime, Master Yi's like, no, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna kill it. I'm like, no! Denied, bitch! And I just basically ultied all over his face like a freaking boss. But here is the point where I was really like, oh my god, we're gonna lose this. Because, I mean, we are 4v5ing, so we don't have the same pushing power that they do. So I come in, slice up Cho'Gath. As you can see, I'm basically running lane to lane, lane to lane. And here I notice, oh crap, Cho'Gath is just gonna get up and walk out of here, but I guess our Trinity had something, our Trinity? I guess it's because usually Vex Trinity plays Tryndamere for me, but anyways, basically Tryndamere there just said, no, I'm gonna actually slice your face off. And at this point, once again, just roaming around, protecting the squishies, making sure nothing really happens to them, and our Tryndamere just kamikaze dives in, and I was just kind of trying to support him, but he was just like, no, Rage, Vigor must die. I'm just like, I'm just going to go ahead and farm while you're having your Rage Fest over there, because I wasn't going to catch them. Then I noticed, oh, they're actually going to chase him. Good. Demacia! As you can see there, Demaciaing like a boss. Sliced up that Vigor. Sliced up that, that goddamn Tryndamere. Then I moved back, because, I mean, I was basically being father. Still, Vigor takes out Ashe, and I'm like, yeah, good exchange. 1 for 4. So that was like, yep, pretty sweet. Now I'm just kind of running back, and I'm like, no, run, Vigor, run! Vigor stuns him, and I'm like, oh, maybe we can kill him, maybe we can kill him. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna die, and Vigor just like, smack! Boom! Saw that shit? Vigor just basically smacked his face in like a boss. Basically, I was just trying to keep the guy from killing Vigor, but once Vigor stunned him, I entered like tunnel vision mode, and I'm like, must hit stunned target. I can't help myself. Then I get here, and you'll even notice that I activate my shield because my energy was just so low that I was like, yeah, whatever, gonna farm up with my shield. Farmed everything up. Basically just doing a little bit of cleanup up here. Not a whole lot to do back at base, so I'm just like, yeah, whatever, clean up. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, now time to go back to base and get some upgrades because I do have enough money for Atma's Impaler. So this is the point where I get to a game and I'm like, okay, Atma's Impaler. So usually I always do these 4 items unless something really wrong is happening and I find out that I need more magic resist or that I need more of something else. I might either do a Thornmail first or I might do a Force of Nature first. Depends, really depends. So basically at this point I'm like, okay, so I have the Impaler, so I check out the other team, and as you can see we have Tryndamere, Master Yi, and Ashe, which are basically all AD. Whoa, in the meantime, whoa, massive team fight here that I was almost missing as I was explaining. I'll explain to that a little bit shorter. So basically we got a little bit of a team fight here, and I'm like, whoop, there goes a Cho'Gath. In the meantime, I notice their Tryndamere is getting really low. He pops up his ulti, and I'm like, no. Because basically I just popped up the, what's it called? Ignite. Ignited all over his face. And their Tryndamere was also starting to get cocky. He was like, who's pro now? And I'm going to type back to him and say, definitely not the burnt one, because I basically charred his ass off with Ignite. And then here I am taking a couple of hits from the tower, because here's the bad thing about Sunfire Cape, is that if there's a hero near the tower, you can't really hit it, because you will instantaneously attack the enemy hero with your Sunfire Cape, which is a little bit annoying, but I still like the Sunfire Cape over everything else. Anyways, like I was saying previously, if you guys get to this point in the game, like, at least this is how I do it. I usually always build it this way, which is Sunfire Cape, boots, mallet, impaler, and after the impaler is when I actually take a look at the other team. Unless something is going terribly wrong, and I might be forced to take a look at the other team earlier. But at this particular point in time, everything was going great. You guys have been watching the game. I mean, seriously, everything was going just fine. So I'm like, okay, the other team has Tryndamere, Yi, and Ashe. I'm going to get a Thornmail. If the other team was actually doing really well with the magic, basically I would go and get a Force of Nature instead. But this is what I got. And in this particular game, I'm actually going to finish off with a Force of Nature, simply because their Vigor is also starting to get a little bit powerful, despite the fact that he only has two kills. But anyways, basically what else was I going to do? I mean, my damage was just fine. At least I didn't feel that I needed more damage, so I was just like, I'm just going to protect myself against that Cho'Gath and that Vigor, and just going to become invincible. Which was pretty much what I almost was at this point, with 285 armor. Which is pretty friggin' sweet, not to mention the fact that if they beat me up, they take all the damage right back. And here we go, once again, another engagement. I get stunned. That Cho'Gath is really low, but I saw that Tryndamere coming up. I should actually have gone back now that I look better at the situation. But when you're in the chaos of everything, you're like, oh, I need to run, I need to go back, whatever. Because I was getting stunned and silenced and all that stuff, so basically I was like, I'm going to flash out of here. Anyways, at this point in time, I was like, yes, the game is back to 4v4, because if you guys noticed,
their Master Yi also left. So I'm like, yeah, okay, we can actually win this at this point because they can no longer out-push us because they no longer have an additional member, and we have 39 kills. So I'm basically just, at this point in the game, I'm just really, really comfortable. Just kind of hanging back in here, harassing this Cho'Gath a little bit, but pretty pointless because I'm all by myself. So I'm like, I'm just going to go up ahead in here and catch up on some farming. I really like farming. Farming is fun. Whee! Slice it up, slice it up, slice it up, slice it up, slice it up. Yeah! So basically at this point in the game, as you guys can imagine, we're basically just going to be farming. So at this point, like I said, I was going to get myself a Force of Nature. So as you can see, I'm going to go straight for the Negatron Cloak to deny that Cho'Gath and Vigor any damage whatsoever. So basically I got armor, I got magic defense, I got everything a grown man needs, and I'm just gonna go up and start owning people up, basically. Problem is, their lane, their top lane at least, is still pushing, and I'm just getting really pissed off because, like, god damn that freaking top lane. But I am going to get in here, yell Demacia like a friggin' boss, slice up that Cho'Gath completely by myself. But then they start chasing me, and I'm like, oh crap. And he stuns the Ashe, but we're really just low on health, so I'm just gonna go ahead and like, whatever, peace. So we are going to live to fight another day. I'm like, no, Trin. I was actually gonna slow him, but Vigor was like, no, I'm just gonna go ahead and kill him if you don't mind, and just smacks his face off. And Tryndamere is like, whoa, what the fuck was that? And Vigor's like, hee. Vigor just has such a powerful nuke, it's not even funny. Anyway, coming up here, not a whole lot I can do, just regen health basically, because the next item I'm gonna get is the Force of Nature, like I said, so I gotta grind up a lot of money. And at this point in time I'm like, well, basically I just gotta push these lanes and we'll be fine. So start pushing out a little bit, and I was like, do I need to go middle? No, I really don't need to. No big team fights going on there. Tryndamere farming, and as you can see, Vigor was going up top, pushing their top lane, and I start seeing a little bit of action there in the middle. So I'm like, okay, here I come. Here I come. This tower is really low, so fuck your tower. And Vigor's like, no, I don't have a tower anymore. And I'm like, die. See ya. And as you can see, they're rocking it with 9 kills, 4 deaths, and 17 assists. This is exactly what a tank should be getting, assists. You should not be getting kills because you do not need money as much as the rest of your team, because you're just there to tank. You're not really there to do damage. And then I see Ashe, no, she's going to kill my Vigor, and I'm like, no, bitch, now you're going to die. Ultied all over your face. That's what you get, Ashe. That's what you get for killing my Vigor. At this point, I just really want to push this tower, but Tryndamere shows up. And we all know what happens when Tryndamere pops his ult. People die, and he doesn't, so that pisses me off quite a lot. So I was like, nah, screw that. Just going to go up top. I tell Ashe to go back and not continue to engage. This is also very important for you to communicate with your team and tell them your intentions. Like, if you're going to get away from a team fight, make sure you tell your team, like, guys, make sure to go back at this point, because, like, I'm not going to be there. So, basically, just coming up in here, once again, slicing it up like a boss, like Garen usually does. So let's speed this up a little bit, going back to base. Bought my Force of Nature. Look at me running faster because of my Force of Nature. That's how fast I'm running. And now the other Tryndamere is like, oh, you were so lucky, and I'm just basically telling him that wasn't really luck, because their Tryndamere popped his ult before our Tryndamere popped his ult, so that's not really luck. Basically, if you pop your ult before the other Tryndamere does, you're an idiot. Not a whole lot we can do about that. So anyways, pushing mid, and our Tryndamere just can't leave it alone. Our Tryndamere is just like friggin' bad mouth all the friggin' way, dude. So basically gonna farm up mid here a little bit, make sure to push it out. Slice up that Ashe. Basically, if you're looking at ridiculous amounts of damage, that's the Vigor. That's what a friggin' fed Vigor can do. As you can see, our Vigor has 17 kills, 13 assists, so he's pretty much fed to crap. In the meantime, I noticed these guys were coming back to kind of do an ambush, and I'm like, nope, I'm gonna kill your tower, and I'm gonna kill you. I was trying to silence Vigor, but I hit Cho'Gath instead because the fucker is just so goddamn big. Meantime, our Ashe stuns their Vigor, which is pretty friggin' sweet, I must say. And I'm like, yep, see ya, Vigor. Now I'm just gonna basically chase this Tryndamere away, so that our Tryndamere could take out the inhibitor. but our Tryndamere was too busy killing minions instead of taking out the inhibitor, so the other Tryndamere also eventually ran away, whatever. We just kill off the inhibitor. And at this point I tell my team, guys, just go back, push this final tower in here, because they're too busy in there and it's pointless to continue to pursue them in there, so just push this tower here. But my Tryndamere, who is the cockiest bastard in the world, is just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm a boss. And he just runs up against that tower and I'm like, yay, way to go, idiot, you lost half your health pool for no goddamn reason when we had minions incoming in a couple of seconds. So, whatever. Anyways, here there's going to be a lot of back and forth that you guys are probably used to watching. I get in there, I slice them up a little bit and basically bail out because I was getting my ass nuked from orbit. And we got an Ashe and a Tryndamere kill in there. And we are going to be taking this tower down. After the tower, the inhibitor follows. Their Vigor comes up and I'm like, I don't give a crap about you, Vigor. I got a Force of Nature and I got everything I need to defend myself from you. So whatever, I got 160 magic resist. Go buy a friggin' Void Staff if you want to do anything. Which he probably did he? Nope, not really. So whatever, Vigor, just keep doing what you're doing and I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Oh man, I really hate the silence on Cho'Gath. He's just so annoying. And at this point I'm thinking to myself, well, the next thing we really need to do is go up and take the other tower, which is almost dead anyways. Ashe shoots Vigor, Tryndamere comes in from behind, kills off Vigor, while I'm basically tanking Cho'Gath, making sure that he doesn't really threaten any of my partners here. In the meantime, Cho'Gath is getting ready to rise up, and I was just like, I'm gonna ult you all over the face, but they just killed him immediately, so whatever. In the meantime, I'm getting hit by that turret for some reason. We kill it, and that's pretty much GG! Ashe shoots me all over the face, and I'm just like, I'm gonna spin to win! And that was that. I hope you guys have enjoyed this game as much as I did, and I will see you guys on the next one.